It was a sickening crime you might have missed if you're not a New Yorker. A young husband, his pregnant wife, and their unborn son were mowed down in a hit-and-run last week as they were cabbing their way to the hospital. The suspect, Julio Acevedo, fled, leaving behind the dead couple and the unborn child. He's now back in New York, where he's charged with 3 felony counts of criminally negligent homicide and excessive speed assault and reckless driving, too. He could face 15 years to life if convicted. So, what do you think he'll get? Are you willing to wager? Well, consider this. Acevedo actually murdered someone in '87. He served under 9 years for that. And just last month, the dirtbag got nailed for driving drunk, and he was still out there driving. The moral, there are laws, but laws are pointless when the consequences for crimes are whittled down to a nub. What could have stopped this thug from killing 3 more innocent people? Yes, the fetus counts. Real sentencing. Whether the weapon is a gun or a car, laws are only respected by the good and never the evil. So when you catch a bad guy, you got to keep him off the streets forever. Sentencing is really criminal control. But unlike most gun control gimmicks, it's the only way to really save lives. So as Bloomberg brags about a lowered crime rate, what about the guilty actually serving real time? The last time I checked, a big gulp never killed an innocent family. KG, you're like the legal person here, or so you claim to be.
Yeah.
Not sure. This guy had an 18 to 16-year term for manslaughter, and he served 8. That was the minimum. Isn't that the problem here? No one actually serves time what they're sentenced.
There's a big criticism, and I think it's a fair one in the criminal justice system, that there isn't the truth in sentencing, especially when you're dealing with state-level prosecutions. There's wide sentencing ranges. You have people that prepare reports, depends on who spoke on his behalf, how his behavior was when he was incarcerated. There's also, unfortunately, an overpopulation in prisons that people fall on to say, you know, we've got to get these guys out. We don't have another justification to hold them. But when you commit the type of crime that he was accused and convicted of committing, which is taking the life of another human being, why is this guy out?
Yeah.
Why was he out? And then not only that, he commits another offense, right, driving under the influence. Perhaps, just saying, because he fled the scene, we won't know, he might have been drinking at the time.
Oh, he was...
This tends to be the pattern of conduct. When somebody gets caught with a DUI, that's because they got caught this time. It's not the first time they've done it, you know, drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And he murdered a family.
Eric, we have no death penalty in New York. Time to bring it back.
Sure. I love the way you related this to the gun control issue. I mean, people want more gun laws. How about just enforcing the gun laws we already have in place? How about putting people behind bars who are doing bad things with guns?
Right.
Just get them off the streets, and we don't have to up our ante on laws.
One of the questions has been, or one of the concerns has been cost. So one of the reasons he got out is probably because of a cost-related issue. With the changes in some states on the marijuana issue, perhaps there's a way to maybe even that out. Release some people that are being held because of a minor drug offense.
Right.
In order to keep people like this in jail.
Non-violent offenses.
Yeah. Last word, Bob. What could have stopped
this? My last word is that there's a lot of these states that have 3 strikes, you're out, mostly around drug laws, which are ridiculous. In a case like this, a guy with a pattern like this is about the last person I could imagine be walking the streets. He should have been incarcerated, kept incarcerated for as long as legally possible. And he wasn't. And a lot of people, and the people are dead as a result of it.
He proved himself to be a menace to society, which is what his rap sheet reflects, and he is going to get the maximum on this, I'm telling you.
We don't know that.
Well, wait and see. Let's wait and see.
We don't. The maximum would be him beheaded in Times Square.
He'll get the 15, and then they have the ability to be able to hold him.
He's going to be out at 16.
But then we have to waste our money on that, on all those appeals.
Well,
annoying.
All right.
That's a whole other situation.
We got to move on.